How you guys doing? My name is Tony Calgin. I'm the Special Teams and Recruiting Coordinator here at Ursinus College in Collegeville, Pennsylvania. And I'm here today to talk to you guys a little bit about our rugby style punt out of the pro formation. I do have experience in a couple different types of punt. We've used shield in the past, the shield rugby, and then the traditional pro style punt. There's a couple things that I love about what we're doing right now. One, you don't need to have a great punter to have success. Two, we're taking the big bodies of the shield off the field. We're getting more athletes on the field, which is always a good thing. And then three, just by the nature of the protection and how many different fakes we can run with it, it really handcuffs the block team in ways that they can get after you in a sound way. So I'm going to start off with our right protection. Our center is going to be on the ball. Our guards are going to be about a half yard off of him, very tight, and about a half yard back. Our tackles are similar, half yard off width-wise, and then a half yard back, and then our wings are almost going to be stacked on our tackles. They want inside foot, basically on the helmet of the tackle in front of them, and able to just reach wide enough that they can barely scrape the butt of the guy in front of them. Everybody's going to be in a staggered stance, ready to either basically backpedal back, or we're going to take a bucket step and try to reach the guy in front of us. Our PP is basically going to be in B gap with his left foot on the helmet of the guard in front of him. He's going to be at 4 yards, and then our punter is going to be at 9. Our bullets align based off of where the punt's going, and where we are on the field. So let's say that this is a middle ball right here. We're saying that we're going to kick this to the right. We're going to tell this bullet, give yourself some space. Maybe you're top of the numbers. All right, and then the backside bullet, cut your split down. There's no reason to be, by the numbers, because you need to get across the formation to be able to get to the returner. All right, on the front side of our protection, we use a numbering system. All right, and it's basically a man scheme. So we're going to call the widest guy number 1, next widest number 2. All right, and then depending on who's off the ball and where he is, a 3 and a 4. All right, so let's say this guy's aligned in any technique over the guard. We'll end up calling him a 4 because the guard has the 4, and it's going to be easiest for him to get there. And then the next guy we'll end up calling 3. On the backside, we're all zone blocking, so I don't care where these guys are, and we're not going to number them at all. Our PP is going to have the widest guy, so he always has number 1. We're really aggressive. We're trying to get to that guy's chest, push, pull, take control, and really reach this guy. Same thing with the wing here. He's going after number 2. He's going to have number 4. He's going to step, protect this gap, and then come up on number 3. It really is outside zone blocking, and as I said, we just teach that zone block step. On the backside, we're zone blocking. We're snapping the ball here. We got to attach to the hip wherever this hip goes. So in the past, we've basically snapped it and then turned and hinged, which causes a run through right here. We want to get rid of that. So near the end of the year last year, we were snapping and then shuffling, getting over here and then hinging around. Everybody else on the backside, they're either shuffling or it's probably more of a back pedal and then hinge, but they're responsible for the gap outside of them. We're just creating a high wall here. All right, for our punter, all right, in our normal punt stuff, we're looking for an operation time of 2.2 to 2.3. On our rugby stuff, we're looking for over 3. As I mentioned before, we don't necessarily have a great punter. This past year, we had 2 safeties running this position who could kick pretty well. We want to secure the ball, just moving this pocket, getting away from any potential rushers, and then getting this ball off, which is going to buy time for our bullets to get down there and make a play. So he secures the ball. We teach them to either shuffle or basically like half sprint, jog over, looking to secure the edge. If one comes underneath, we're going to try to take this thing outside for as long as possible. The longer we can hold on the ball, the more net punt we're going to get. And again, if this guy takes off, we're going to take off for a first down. Now, one of the things that teams will do is they want to twist. All right, so let's say one's going to come underneath, two's also going to pinch, all right, and then three's wrapping all the way around. All right, we just need to recount, and that's why we want to try to get as much depth as possible. In that first step, we're taking that bucket step. So after they disperse, all right, this is going to be the new number 1, new number 2, and new number 3. So he's stepping here. This guy crosses his face. He's taking them. All right, and now we're reaching here. That's basically what we're doing. Another thing that we'll see teams try to do, like I mentioned before, is try to add this guy in late in that front side gap, which is why your snapper needs to be pretty good. We have one of our receivers as our snapper now, so he's athletic enough to snap it and get across and shut this A gap down. In the situation that they just align what would be number 5 strong, or to the side of the kick, basically anywhere head up to the right side, our PP is going to say, hey, check, make a left call, all right, and we'll run what we call dummy. All right, he's still going to be number 1. After his check, he's going to tighten up. All right, so now his foot is basically on the center's foot, and now we're just recounting from the other side. So he's going to come across and get number 1. He's getting number 2. He's getting number 3, and actually we probably call him 4. There is no number 3, so he can release now. One of the other great things about our punt, if you have a guy that can kick it on the run and get some hang time, that's great. If you don't, what we'll teach is, if this is the football here, and I'm sorry, I'm not an artist, we'll kick the nose over here. So this is almost an end-over-end onside punt. It might only be in the air for about two seconds, maybe a little bit over, and land 25 yards. But because of the roll, it's going to take a violent bounce, which makes it, 1, impossible for returners to play. 2, it might end up potentially hitting one of the destroyers in the back. But it's also going to be all net punt if it doesn't hit anybody. So hits at 25, then keeps on rolling for another 10 to 15. You got your 35, 40 yards net right there, which is for our league and our division, 35 is very, very good. Because of the time that we spent holding on to the ball, it's buying all the time for the bullets to get down. So usually our bullets are in the grill of the returner as this thing's rolling up on them. So we want to force fumbles. We want to, as I said, hit guys in the back. We will run what we call twins. We'll also motion this guy out to just get more defenders in the spot where the ball is coming to, which has been really, really good and has done some big things for us. All right, so last thing I want to talk about is our punt coverage. We do what we call lane sort. So whoever's the first guy out, he's basically going to be the widest guy. So we're going to have a numbers guy, in theory. We have a guy that splits the difference, a hash guy, right goalpost, left goalpost, hash, and split the difference guy. We're not worried about the numbers, all right, when we're directional kicking, because we're not going to cover this other quarter because we're going to get the ball where we need to get it. Our bullets, all right, let's say the ball's up here, are taught to attack the inside leg. All right, so the right bullet's going for that right leg, that left bullet's going for that left leg. This returner cannot split them and come downhill now. If anything, 1, they better make the play, but 2, we need to force them to bounce it like that. That's going to get time for all these other guys. There's times that, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4's off the ball, or 3's off the ball. Our tackle's just going to be able to release right now. All right, he needs to be that numbers guy. So he's going to be the widest guy. Next guy out is going to fit off him. Next guy out is going to fit off him, and so on and so forth. The same thing on the other side. So let's say the guard's out first. He's the widest. Fit in here. All right, fit in here. And then we're going to vice him up from here if we haven't already made the play. All right, so I put together a playlist of some plays from this past season. Hopefully gives you guys a better idea of what we're trying to accomplish here. All right, so I do want to start off, talking about our PP here. So we're going after number 1, who's the widest, number 35 here. What you'll see, 35 is upfield and really, really wide. In an ideal world, our PP is going to be flat, faster than him across the line, attacking the line of scrimmage. We want to get into his chest, and then get our helmet across his face. And really seal him off. All right, so our punter can continue to take it to the sideline and either end up taking off with it or just chewing up clock, allowing our bullets to get downfield. So that's really what I'm seeing from the wide here. we'll look at the tight and see what's going on the inside. But it looks like we do a great job of picking up all rushers, and they might have some twists in there. The point of this punt, as I've mentioned before, is to hold on to that ball from the snap to kick. So I'm not loving our snap to kick time, but we get a good punt. It's that low line drive where it's going to take a couple wicked bounces. This is rolling with some velocity. Tough for the returner to get on, ends up forcing a fumble, and we jump on it. So this is what we want to do. Looking from the tight here, so called him number 1, him number 2, number 18 here off the ball is going to be number 3, guy on the ball is going to be number 4, and then 22 here is technically going to be number 5. You can see how tight he is. He's not respecting our left side at all. So we're going to expect him to be coming in late. But again, starting from the PP, 36 is really, really wide. So I don't hate what the PP is doing, just washing him out. Our wing is pretty decent here, taking a step. Continue to fight across 23's face. Our tackle, I would love to see him. As he takes that first step, eyes here to make sure that he's not nailing in, and then continue to come up for number 3. But we're not getting a nail. He continues to come up, makes contact with 18. This is a very, very solid job. All right, and I love what's going on with our center here. All right, we get a snap. All right, he gets his eyes up. He sees 22 coming across. All right, that's number 5. Adding in strong, and then he ends up picking up number 4, number 42. Our guard. I don't like his steps, but I like what he's doing. Don't go chasing that guy. That if he's coming underneath, all right, the new number 4 is coming, and he ends up picking up 22. So we do a great job of picking this up all across the board. We got body on body, all right, and then we get that kickoff. And again, we cause a turnover just because of the nature of the punt. All right, here, I'd like to see the PP attack the line of scrimmage. We don't want to be running parallel to the line of scrimmage. We need to go attack it and seal off the edge. So again, our punter can take it to the sideline. Mike here, our punter, does a great job securing the ball. It's not that catch 1-2 kick. He's holding on it, milking the clock, letting our bullets get down there, and then get that ball off. This was a crazy, crazy windy day near the end of the year, so we're not getting a whole lot of hang time or roll. But again, it is all net punt. All right, looking from the tight here, we have number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. All right, you can see as opposed to that last look, number 5 really isn't in the picture. He's respecting that backside. So this is exactly what we're looking for. All right, number 1 comes underneath right away. Our wing should end up taking that. He does, but continue to fight across. I want to see this helmet on this side, so again we can pave the way for our punter to take that sideline. And then again, if the PP's attacking the line of scrimmage, he's going to go make contact with the new number 1, number 17 out here. But we're doing a great job of blocking all across the board. Again, we want to continue to fight across the face here with our tackles not doing a great job, but protecting that pocket and getting this ball off. So it's all net punt. Our bullets are in the face of the returner, and this thing's going to roll for another couple yards. All right, this one's from earlier on in the year. We're going in our twins look. All right, so we're matching our bullets on both sides. We're both looking for outside releases because we want our destroyers to turn their back to the punter. They're not going to have vision on the ball, and we're looking for that ball to just nail them in the back or something like that. Our PP is doing a better job of attacking the line of scrimmage, making contact, and by now teams have seen us run this a bunch. They're doing a good job of funneling us back inside, but we do have a good strong pocket here. Our wing and tackle are doing an awesome job of double teaming number 2 to number 3. All right, you'll see it from the tight here, doubling up. Number 3 is coming out. We release to him again, ensuring that pocket. We get a nice punt here, that low line drive like we're talking about. This thing nails number 3 right in the back, and then we pick up this ball on the 9-yard line. That's offensive play. It's an awesome play. All right, similar concept here. We go with our twins to the boundary here. Again, trying to get as many defenders in this area as possible. It looks like Muhlenberg here is in a hold-up safe situation, so Jack, our punter, does a great job of catch. He shuffle, 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 holding on, holding on, holding on, and our bullets are releasing right now. All right, looks like right here we have number 1, number 2, really no number 3. I think he ends up running into the picture late. Number 4 right here. Yep, there he is, number 40 coming across. All right, number 1. All right, comes underneath right now. Our wing ends up taking him. Tackle needs to do a better job of seeing this guy coming back into the picture, all right, so he can step up and then end up releasing to him. PP's attacking the edge. He sees number 41 out there. He continues to keep on going and getting him. I really like what's going on the right side. My biggest concern here is our guard not taking a great step. All right, and then we end up getting like a little wrestling match with him rather than reaching him, trying to get our head in this gap so he can't come over the top and potentially block this kick. But good hold up, get this ball off. All right, and Muhlenberg does a great job of getting out of the way, but it allows us to down this thing right on the 1. So great job. All right, we go with our dummy look here. All right, so our call was originally the right protection. You guys will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, McDaniel showing 5 strong. Our PP does a great job recognizing, hey, check, check. Calls our left protection. Now we have 1, 2, 4 here with him potentially being 3, adding in late. And then he does a great job of tightening up so he can get back across the formation. So we're blocking it to the left. Our punter does a great job of holding on to the ball again for a really, really long time. Our bullets have no other choice but to defeat the destroyer, because we have plenty of time. We have the entire field, and then we get that low line drive kick, which again results in all net. So we're punting from our 29. This thing's gonna end up bouncing and rolling for a whole lot. It goes out at the 3. I'll take that every single time. But great job by our protection team here. All right, PP gets across the formation. All right, I love what our tackle does. All right, he keeps his eyes up. He's helping out our guard, but he sees number 3 coming back across. All right, so he releases and makes sure that he can't affect this punt. Punter's doing a great job of just holding on to the ball, holding on to the ball. All our guys are releasing. Our bullets are already down there. All right, and then we net, however many we net. The only thing I don't like in this picture, all right, our backside needs to do a better job of retreating. I think the wing's doing decent. Usually we tell them that we need to get back to our landmarks. We put cones down there, and they need to shuffle or backpedal back, shuffle back, pedal back. 27 here, dips his head, doesn't take a step, and we really get away with a hold here. So his technique needs to be way better, and he doesn't need to be concerned about the gap inside of him, because our center is going to snap it and hinge here. He should be worried about whoever's coming in B gap. All right, this is the first time we ever ran the protection. This is late in the game, first game of the year, and we're 4th down on inside our 25. The number 1 comes underneath. We attack him, force him back inside. Punter sees the green, all right, and just takes off. This was not a called fake. It just ends up happening, and we take off for 26-yard gain, 22-yard gain, first down, and at a crucial moment in the game. All right, and finally, one of my favorite plays probably of all time. Going with that twins concept, we end up motioning our wing out because we want to force as many defenders over here as possible. These guys definitely weren't ready for it. Freak out a little bit, take the edge off the defense, which ends up being awesome. Punter secures the ball, nobody out there. We got guys blocking downfield. A great job blocking on the backside, getting guys on the ground. And not too many times that you call a punt in the huddle, true punt in the huddle, and it turns up into a touchdown. So this was really awesome play. And again, this is an offensive play for us, and I think you've seen why we run this protection. I appreciate you guys taking time and learn from me, and hopefully you walk away with a little something more than you had before. Thank you.